What would you do if the woman you loved smiled at a glowing phone screen at 2:17 a.m. the same way she used to smile at you years ago? I stood in the hallway outside our bedroom in our house on West 83rd Street in Manhattan, the hardwood floor cold beneath my bare feet, watching the light flicker under the slightly open door. She thought I was asleep. She always thought I was asleep. Her laugh, soft, breathy, intimate, slipped through the crack like a blade. That laugh didn't belong to me anymore. And when I finally pushed that door open just an inch wider, I saw something I wish I never had, something that changed everything. And I didn't say a word. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. I didn't confront her that night. That's the part people don't understand. I didn't yell. I didn't ask questions. I didn't throw her phone across the room like every instinct in my body screamed at me to do. I just stood there, watching. Emily lay on her side, her face illuminated by the pale blue light of her phone. Her fingers moved quickly, thumbs dancing, her lips curling into a smile that used to be mine. The kind of smile she hadn't given me in years. Not since life got busy. Not since she started saying she was too tired. And then I heard it. A whisper. I miss you too. Not for me. Never for me. The next morning, she kissed me on the cheek like nothing had happened. Like she hadn't quietly dismantled 10 years of marriage while I stood 10 feet away in the dark. You're up early, she said, pouring coffee in our kitchen, sunlight spilling across the marble countertop. Couldn't sleep, I replied. She didn't even look guilty. That was the first humiliation. The second came 3 days later. We were at a small Italian place on Columbus Avenue. Our place. Or at least, it used to be. Halfway through dinner, her phone buzzed on the table. She flipped it over instantly, but not before I saw the name. Ryan. Her smile flickered again. That same smile. I'll be right back, she said, grabbing her purse and slipping toward the restroom. I sat there alone, surrounded by couples who still looked at each other like something mattered. I didn't follow her. Not yet. But I started noticing things. Late nights at work that didn't match her calendar. Receipts from places she never mentioned. The Standard Hotel downtown. Valet tickets from a parking garage on West 13th Street. New dresses she claimed were on sale, but I knew damn well weren't. And the coldness. That was the worst part. She stopped asking how my day was. Stopped touching me. Stopped seeing me. Conversations turned into transactions, groceries, bills, schedules. I became a roommate in my own marriage. Meanwhile, whoever Ryan was, he got the version of her I thought was gone forever. One night, I finally broke. She came home late again, heels in hand, hair slightly messy, eyes avoiding mine. Where were you? I asked. Work, she said, flat and quick. Work at a hotel? She froze. Just for a second. Then she laughed. You're being paranoid. That word. Paranoid. Like I was the problem. Like I hadn't seen the texts, the receipts, the late-night smiles. That's when I realized something dangerous. They thought they were untouchable. That I was too weak, too blind, too in love to do anything. They were wrong. I didn't confront her again. Instead, I started collecting. Screenshots when she left her phone unattended. Location history synced to our shared tablet she forgot existed. Copies of hotel receipts she tried to hide in her purse. And Ryan? He was easier than I expected. Married. Of course he was. Lived in Tribeca. Worked in finance. A man who wore expensive suits and thought consequences were for other people. I followed him once. Watched him walk into his apartment building on Greenwich Street and kiss his wife hello. That's when the plan started forming. Slowly. Carefully. I hired a lawyer quietly. Someone discreet on Madison Avenue who didn't ask unnecessary questions. I moved money into separate accounts. Documented everything. Every lie. Every meeting. Every betrayal. I even installed cameras in the house. Not hidden, just unnoticed. Because people like Emily? They stopped seeing what's right in front of them. Weeks passed. I played my role perfectly. The quiet husband. The oblivious man. The one they underestimated. Until the night I invited everyone to dinner. Emily didn't suspect a thing. Why are we inviting them? She asked, adjusting her dress in the mirror. Thought it'd be nice, I said. We never do things like this anymore. Ryan and his wife arrived right on time. He shook my hand like a man who thought he had nothing to fear. Emily couldn't even look at him for too long. Cowards, both of them. Dinner started normal. Wine was poured. Small talk floated around the table. Laughter, fake, hollow, filled the room. And then, right between the main course and dessert, I stood up. I actually have something to share, I said. Emily's smile tightened. I picked up the remote. Pressed play. The TV behind me flickered to life. And suddenly, there they were. Texts, photos, video clips from hotel hallways. Her voice whispering things she never said to me anymore. The room went silent. Ryan's wife covered her mouth, eyes wide with disbelief. Emily stood up so fast her chair scraped violently against the floor. "What is this?" she snapped. "You know exactly what it is," I said calmly. Ryan didn't say a word. He just sat there shrinking. "That's not what it looks like," Emily started. "Sit down," I said. And for the first time in years, she did. I laid everything out. The evidence, the timeline, the lies. Then I slid 2 envelopes across the table. One to Emily, one to Ryan. Divorce papers. And a second set, addressed to Ryan's wife. Proof. Complete. Undeniable. Emily's hands shook as she opened hers. "You can't do this," she whispered. "I already did." The fallout was immediate. Ryan's wife filed for divorce within the week. His firm quietly let him go not long after. Turns out, scandals aren't great for business. Emily, she lost everything. The house, the accounts, her reputation. Friends disappeared overnight. Family stopped calling. The woman who once walked through life like she was untouchable suddenly had nowhere to stand. I didn't raise my voice once. Didn't need to. By the time it was over, there was nothing left to say. Months later, I passed her once on the street near Central Park. She looked smaller, like the world had finally caught up to her. She tried to speak. I didn't stop. Because the truth is, the woman I loved disappeared long before that night at 2:17 a.m. And all I did was make sure everyone else finally saw it too. The end.